I'm live. I am live from the snowy, well, actually wet Gulf Islands. Hey guys, if you're in there, pop in and say hi. I'm going to do a live stream for about 45 minutes, and then I have to pull the plug. It's Wendy's birthday today, and I got dinner in the oven for her. So I'm making Wendy a special B-Day dinner on December 6th. The Sagittarius gal I am married to. So hop in. Don't be shy. Pop in and say hi. Hope you guys are having a good day wherever you are in YouTube land. We had woke up to snow this morning here at our place. You know, I was laying in bed and I looked outside and it says, it kind of looks like there might be some snow out there on the ground. And sure enough, when I got up, there was actually snow on the ground, but it was raining. We got up, it was already raining. So it snowed somewhere in the middle of the night in the very early morning hours. And we had just about an inch of snow, and a lot of it's gone now. It's washed away. It's been raining all day, and the whole week's supposed to be wet. So a few things got kind of bent out of shape, but other than that, it didn't get that cold. Low temperature was around 1.1 degrees Celsius, so cold enough, but not cold enough to damage anything in our garden. All right, guys. So pop in there. There's going to be about a 45-minute live stream. Current time is 4:47 p.m. Pacific time here on the Southern Gulf Islands. If you have anything to say, you want to throw your 2 bits worth in about food, traveling, palm trees, exotic gardening, weather, whatever you want to talk about it, providing it's safe for YouTube here, because, you know, things are censored on YouTube. YouTube, please do watch us, just like Facebook. Facebook, please watch us. So anyway, guys, I took Wendy out for a latte today at the beachside. It was really nice. They gave Wendy a free latte for her birthday. And then we went to the chocolate store, got some chocolates. And then we went to the beachside cafe and got some coffee lattes, sat in there for about an hour, chewed the rag with some locals, and then came back home, and I'm making her dinner right now. It's in the oven. So chicken thighs. I like crispy skin on my chicken thighs. So I put them in the oven, 350 for just about an hour, around an hour. And I put some nice barbecue spices on the olive oil. First, I rub in olive oil and barbecue spices and seasoning and let them bake. And there, and I'm doing delicata squash for her. I split the squash in half, put some olive oil, a little bit of salt, and I've also done potatoes. So I boiled the potatoes, bucked them up, did them in a cast iron pan with some spices, herbs, and lots of garlic. So that's going to be her dinner tonight. And then Wendy's out of here on the first boat tomorrow morning back to the mainland, heading to Vancouver to visit her son. So, hey, guys, come on in. I got 40 minutes or so to chew the rag with you guys out there in YouTube land. And we put up a Christmas tree today, too, by the way. I mentioned that to Wendy. I says, you know what? We should put up a Christmas tree. So Wendy's got this little Christmas tree in the basement, and it's in the living room now. We got some Christmas music playing down there, and it's kind of puts you into the Christmas spirit. Christmas is 19 days away, and we're going to have a mellow Christmas here. Really, Christmas tree up, few decorations, but we don't go big on Christmas anymore. Kids are all grown up, so it's pretty mellow here at our place here on Salt Spring Island. So anyway, guys, come on in. I see some watchers in there, and there's always watchers in there, and some of you guys are kind of like just to sit on the side and sandy bag. It was nice today on the radio, on the two-way radio. You know, there's really not much coming in, and I turned on the radio. I made a few calls, got back to some guy from Kentucky, and then I went on to regular CB radio band. Well, actually, I was on CB radio band, and I heard somebody talking, and there was a guy in there from Tennessee came back to me. So you can see the video here. I put the video here on YouTube, and I had a nice chat with a guy from Tennessee. Caleb's in there. How's it going? So yeah, we did get some snow up here in this part of the North Pacific. It's mostly gone now. It's been raining all day, but cool up here. Can't believe you got snow. Yeah, we got snow. I was kind of like surprised because I went outside last night before bed, and it was actually really nice. You could see a few stars out there, but there was some scattered clouds. But the temperature had dropped. It dropped down. Banana tree for indoors, cool. Get a Musa acuminata. Get the dwarf Cavendish banana. Those are good ones. So anyway, yeah. So most of the snow's all melted away now. You can see my pictures. I posted them on Facebook. Get the dwarf Cavendish. Those are good ones. I don't know much about the Grand Nain, but I know a lot about the dwarf Cavendish, and I gave ours to Hal down the road. He's got our dwarf Cavendishes. I gave him 2 pots of them. So he's happy with the dwarf Cavendish, and I'm I'm sure his banana leaves today might be a little broken on his musabaju because he does have a massive clump of musabaju, 2 massive clumps of them, or actually 3 massive clumps of them. So there you go. But keep it in light, nice bright spot. Don't overwater it in the wintertime. Okay. A lot of people kill them with overwatering. Have you ever grown one? You're talking about the tissue cultured ones? Yes, I have. I've grown, back in the 1990s, I brought in 2 flats of tissue cultured musabaju. So they were in liners in these long tubes. And I wasn't really impressed with them. I sold them. I potted them up and sold them here. But I find the tissue cultured musabaju never grow quite as tall as the original musabaju stock. Now, Hal's got original musabaju stock, and those ones will grow monster size. Is where I find the tissue culture ones are a little bit lower growing, like they don't grow as tall. They grow just as fast, and they also have a tinge of red along the midrib of the banana leaf. So I like the original. We have the original ones here, and we have some of the tissue cultured ones too, but we also have original ones. So anyway, tomorrow I'm going to go out and shoot a video of the sable rosei in town because Bigfoot commented on it. And on one of my videos, he said today, because he saw the snow video, and he said, "Rest in peace, sable rosei." And why he would say that, I don't understand, because snow does not harm the palm trees. Okay, the palm tree's been there longer than he's been alive. It's been there since 1997. It's never been damaged. And at Grace Point near the ocean is extremely mild there. I'm going to say the low temperature maybe got down to about maybe 34 degrees Fahrenheit, 35 degrees Fahrenheit, something like that. So tomorrow we will go to Grace Point and we will check out the sable rosei and we'll do an update on it for you guys. So Bigfoot, who commented on the video and said it is rest in peace, which means it's dead. Well, we're just going to have to see about that. Can't wait to get my palms. Oh, yeah, that'll be good. They weren't in the mailbox today. I looked. I'll look tomorrow again. I mean, we got all week. And I'll tell you what, I'll do a video on them. And I will I'll upload it here so you can see. And I'll definitely let you know. Maybe I could even do a live stream with the palms. And then people could see them on the live stream, which would be kind of cool. Then I'll shoot a YouTube video of them. And we'll pot them up right away. And I can work down in the nursery. It gives me an excuse to work down in the nursery. And that's a good thing because I do like working in the nursery. I prefer not to work in there when it's raining. And we have a lot of rain coming this week. Temperature is going to be around 8 degrees Celsius and just wet, wet, wet here on the Southern Gulf Islands. And there's not much we can do about that. Really. You know what? I like the rain better than the snow. I'm looking forward to dinner tonight. I am looking forward to chicken, crispy chicken, and the potatoes and the delicata squash. It's going to be yummy. They are super thick compared. Okay, cool. Well, that's interesting. Where did you get the seed from those, Caleb? Are they from Oregon? Are they Oregon trackies, or did they come from somewhere else? So I'm guessing maybe yours, they shriveled up and they must have been too, maybe you say they're too wet. So it's dry on the surface and too wet down below, maybe root rot. Because like we have thousands in the greenhouse and I do let them dry between waterings too. And I have some that I don't water for months. Oh, Lakeside, right. Lakeside, Oregon. So how far is that from you guys again? Is that like zone 8B or is that on the coast? Is that on the coast or I-5 inland? Coos Bay. Okay, cool. Right on. I don't know if I brought any palm seeds back from the Oregon coast. I might have brought palm seeds back from Coos Bay, or not Coos Bay, somewhere on the Oregon coast, because I've been all up and down the Oregon coast many times, and I've definitely been to Coos Bay. I like Coos Bay, Reedsport. 4 hours from you guys. Cool. Gotta like that. So that's a good tree your dad cut down the other day. So what type of chainsaw is he using there? It looks like a Husqvarna. Orange. I had a Husky for years, and it finally kind of packed it in a little bit. It still ran, but it needed a new chain and stuff like that on it. So I gave it away. And hours north of Brookings. Yeah, right. Yeah, mild area, Coos Bay. And I have an Echo chainsaw now. I have the Timberwolf, which is similar to it looks like a Husqvarna. So I'm guessing your dad has a Husqvarna. That's what it looked like when he's cutting down that tree. Big tree. That was an awesome tree you cut down. So are you going to use that one for firewood? I'm guessing you are going to use it for firewood. I would show you out the window right now, but it's absolutely dark here. So I can't show you his light, but the snow is all gone off the plants and everything. And there's little traces of it around on the ground. So that's a good thing. So tomorrow it should be all gone. And I will head to Grace Point tomorrow and I will shoot a video of the Jubea and I will do the camera or the sable rosei. I can do camera ops too. Like I say, it hasn't been cold here, but it's not winter yet. You know, I mean, the cold can still come. The first day of winter is December 21st, and that's the shortest day. December 21st. Isn't that crazy? And it's the shortest day. And then after that, the shortest day, it starts to get longer, which is a good thing. That's awesome. Let me just see what's on the radio here. So I was saying to Zach, if he had a radio, I could talk to him because I do talk to Tennessee a lot. Nobody on. It's quiet. It's all quiet in radio land. Hello, a camel's in there. Cool. Camel, we did get some snow early this morning. I woke up and there was actually a little bit of snow on the ground, but it's mostly all gone now. But we definitely had some snow. And now it's just a lot of rain coming. So there's nobody on the radio. By the way, I talked to South Carolina a lot too. I got to look at the forecast. Let me just look. 7-day Southern Gulf Island forecast is looking like, still kind of below seasonal. So higher elevations are probably going to get some snow. I'm guessing. Well, tested positive today. No way, you tested positive. Well, that doesn't mean anything, testing positive. It doesn't even mean you're going to get sick, right? You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you something. My youngest son got that flu, and his girlfriend got that flu, and their roommate they live with. So my youngest son and his GF do have the special medicine in them, 2 doses, 2 tablespoons of it. Their roommate has none of the special medicine, and he didn't get sick with the flu. So he might not even get sick. Exactly. Yeah, you might. Well, you can still go outside. I mean, you can go outside, can't you? I'd go outside for sure. I mean, there's nothing wrong with going outside. You just don't want to be in closed places with other people, right? That's the thing. So, I mean, you can go out in your garden. I think it's better to go outside and get fresh air. It's probably worse off inside. You should go outside and get some fresh air. Go sit on a lawn chair out in your garden, or go out in your garden and do some gardening. But testing positive, it doesn't mean anything because a lot of times they spin those PCR tests way too fast at too many cycles. So I'm guessing you're going to be just fine. You will be just fine. And like I say, my youngest son and his GF tested positive, but they did get the flu and they did get over it. Oh, you have other people in your room. I was going to say, like I said, my youngest son and his girlfriend lives with him, and his roommate, his best friend. And his best friend doesn't have the special medicine, and his best friend didn't get sick. And my son and his GF both had that flu. And they were in the same house the whole time, and he didn't get sick. I know lots of people that have had it and been around close quarters with other people, and the other people didn't get it. Another example is my friend is a chef at the restaurant here. I guess it was last August. Somebody came back from Ottawa. They tested positive, and everybody else around them tested negative. Nobody else got it except that one person, right? So it doesn't mean they're going to get it, but yeah, you want to be safe than sorry. But just wear a mask and walk past and go outside. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it, really. You know what I was going to say? I'd just go outside and enjoy some fresh air because it might be worse off for you. No, it's not fun to be sick. I don't even remember the last time I was sick, knock on wood. I take a lot of vitamins every day. And like I say, I work out every day. I exercise, and I just try to eat right. Hey, buddy, you're drinking vodka and orange juice. You know what that's called? That is called a screwdriver, David. That is called a screwdriver. I might even get a cold beer tonight when I'm eating my dinner. So it's Wendy's birthday today, and I'm making her a special dinner, okay? So I'm maybe not the greatest cook in the world, but I know how to cook, okay? I'm making her chicken thighs. I got 8 chicken thighs in the oven right now at 350 for just about an hour. Going to make some nice crispy skin on them. I've got them olive oil. I covered them in. I got some nice spices on them. And then I did some nice potatoes with a bunch of herbs and garlic. And I did them in a cast iron pan. And I got some delicata squash in the oven baking with olive oil and a little bit of sea salt. Yes, happy birthday, Wendy. I took her out for a latte today. They gave her a free latte at the coffee shop. Hey, Banana Joe, C. Cambino Jr. I like that name, C. Cambino Jr. You sound like a mafia dude. Hey, this is C. Cambino. Kiss my hand, eh? You sound like you're from The Godfather. C. Cambino. I like that. You must be Italian. Junior. That's even more badass. C. Cambino Jr. Well, I'm Joe Jr. My dad's name was Joe. So my dad was Joe Sr., Joseph Fernando, and I'm Joseph Anthony, right? Antonio. So, yeah. Pim Paisley's palms in New North Carolina. I like North Carolina, man. That's where Gary Holler lives in Newbern, North Carolina. And Gary has a palm nursery in North Carolina. Yeah, he's been in North Carolina forever, and he's had been growing palms there since the 1970s. Gary, what's that? Oh yeah, totally. He's only an hour. Oh, is he only an hour from you? Cool. Yeah, Gary's a good guy. I always enjoy Gary's photos. He always takes beautiful photos. Got an awesome garden, and his garden survived some pretty low temperatures back in 1989. It was the February freeze of '89. Don't forget to pamper yourself. Yes, Wendy, I'm pampering her. So I tell you what I did today. Wendy and I took her to the chocolate shop, and then she got some stuff there. Then I took her out to the coffee shop to Beachside. You see my videos on Beachside. They gave her a free latte. I had my coffee, and then I'm making her a dinner. All right, and then she's leaving for Vancouver tomorrow morning. Wendy's on the early ferry tomorrow morning and going to Vancouver. So there you go. So happy birthday to Wendy. What's with the video about the rosy eye? Oh, so my videos I put on of snow today. Bigfoot commented on one of them, and I guess because he saw snow in my videos, he figures the sable rosy eye is dead. So he put rest in peace, sable rosy eye. So tomorrow I'm going to shoot a video of the sable rosy eye so you can guys see what it looks like. Later, buddy. Take care, man. Have a good one, David. Enjoy that rum or the vodka and orange juice. That's a screwdriver. That's what we call them in Canada, mate. Cheers to you, David. Gotta love David. David down under. David from down under. I have a lot of friends in Australia, and they're awesome people. We love the Aussies here in Canada, and I hope they feel the same way about us. So anyway, that's what it is about the sable rosy eye. If you look at one of my videos today, Camel, on the snow, Bigfoot left a comment, and it said, "Rest in peace, sable rosy eye." So him not knowing that at Grace Point, that palm has been there since 1997. And don't you think it would have been dead by now? So I'll take a video of it tomorrow, and we'll just see how it looks. I think the coldest temperature there would probably be about 2 degrees Celsius, something like that. Mine was 1.1 this morning. So anyway, it makes for another video. I did go down and shoot a video of the Swampsonii today. Not a lot of snow down there in the ravine because there is a lot of tree canopy around. So see you in Valhalla. Cool. Valhalla. Actually, we have a place here on Salt Spring called Valhalla. It's Valhalla condominiums, townhouses near Ganges. Believe it or not, we do have one. Probably not. No, apparently it is a sable rosy eye. And the first one to comment on that years ago when I posted a picture was sable expert Gary Holler and a couple other sable experts. And they say it is sable. They think it's sable rosy eye. And it was unidentified when it was sold to my buddy Bruce in 1997. So, yep, they're still growing in the water. You betcha. You bet. It's really wet down there. I'm going to upload a video tonight so you can see. They're growing in very wet soil. The creek has subsided, so it's gone back down into the creek, but it's super boggy. It's really, really wet down there. Just squishy, wet, waterlogged, mucky soil. So they grow like that all winter long, right through till spring. Although I will admit that summer it looked pretty bad. After this summer it looks. Well, it looked bad because they cut most of the fronds off. That's the only reason it looked bad. The palm is totally healthy. It's always been healthy. It's just that the stupid gardener there, I call her the palm butcher, cut most of the fronds off. That's why it looked like SHIT. Now it looks awesome. I think that palm is an awesome looking palm and very healthy. So it's got a nice color to it, and it's got super stiff fronds on it. So we'll just have to see how it looks tomorrow. And there's going to be no snow there. The snow is going to be all gone at Grace Point. There'll be no snow out there. So we had just about an inch. They probably had less. I mean, there was really no snow along the waterfront when I was looking at the palms at the local pub. So tomorrow I'll just venture into town. Do you ever grow any palmetto in the water? No, we do have palmetto though in our garden, small ones. And when I was on the mainland the other day, I went to a guy's garden, but I couldn't get to it because he wasn't home. I couldn't go into his garden, but he does have a nice sable palmetto. Slower than average. Well, considering our latitude is 48 degrees north latitude, and the way I see it, no palm trees should ever be growing this far north. That's the way I still feel. I feel there should be no palm trees growing anywhere without winter protection in Canada, even here on the coast. Really think about our latitude. I mean, you guys, I'm at the highest latitude of anybody here except White with Dreamy Eyes. White with Dreamy Eyes is at 54 degrees north latitude. There might be a couple of guys in Sweden that are in here that are up there too. You know what I mean? But I'm one of the highest latitude growers here. And there's also that guy in Cochrane, Alberta. he's up there too. He's a little bit higher. We're 48. I'm not sure what his latitude is, but it's definitely higher than mine. But really, if you think about it, no, palm trees and what we grow here should not be growing this far north. There's something totally wrong about it, but yet they do. So to see a sable of any kind, or a trachycarpus, or Chamaerops, or Jubea, or Butias, or Camadorias growing here, it's like, what? That's wrong, but it works. You and Stephen. Oh, Stephen Reed. Yeah, I know Stephen Reed. I met him once. He's in my group. People who love palm trees and exotic plants. And he did say to me he will buy every single one of my palm trees if we move to Costa Rica, but we actually can't get to Costa Rica right now. We cannot leave Canada. We are stranded. We are trapped in our own country. Palmetto is very in the north. Well, I tell you what, I'm going to tell you stable palmetto. Walt Rockefeller has a big one in his garden in North Seattle. It was planted about 30 years ago when it was small. So when I was there in 1997, it was pretty small. And now the trunk on it is probably about maybe 5 to 6 feet tall on the sable palmetto, and it looks really good. Somebody did post a picture. They might have sent me the picture in Messenger, but I think they also posted the picture in one of my groups, people who love palm trees and exotic plants. It also goes to show you how nice sable cossierum looks. John Spalding in Seattle has a sable cossierum planted in 1989 when it was small. It's big now. It's got huge costipalmate leaves. It's never been protected. Absolutely looks beautiful. So sable palmetto will work here if you put them in a hot microclimate. That's the thing. They want the heat. So generally winters aren't going to get cold enough here to whack them back, but it's the heat units they want. So if you have an alcove, put them in the alcove. If you have a south wall, put them on the south wall. If you live right next to the ocean, well, the summers are going to be a little bit cooler there, probably going to grow even slower. Just like the big one down in Victoria in front of the Empress Hotel. I don't even know how that thing's doing anymore. It didn't look very good when I saw it last time. It looked like it was struggling for heat because it was right next to the ocean. The Washingtonia looked actually better than the sable palmetto. And the Washingtonia had, I guess it's got about 10 feet of trunk on it, something like that. So next time I'm in Victoria, well, you know what? I think I'm going to Victoria next week. So if I am in Victoria next week, I have to deliver, I have to talk to the guy. He phoned here. He wants my tiki and some palms. So I might have to do a palm and tiki delivery to Victoria. I got 5:30. Yeah, no, there are long-term palmettos here, so it's not like it's not a slow death. They are long-term if you put them in the right spot. There are lots of people that grow sables here. You know, private gardens. You don't really see them in public, but Palm Society people here do grow sable palms. And I'm going to say, yeah, they are long-term, but they're never going to look as good as any of them down in South Carolina or North Carolina because you guys got high heat and high humidity. If we had what we had in June all summer, they'd be happy. But we don't have that all summer. We don't have that 100+ degree temperatures all summer. They love that. And we don't have the humidity here. We do not have high humidity. Right now, sable palms are sitting there doing nothing because it's cold here right now and it's wet. And we do have sable in the garden. I just don't know exactly which ones they are. Any Livistona? Yes, we have there's Livistona chinensis on our coast in private gardens. The oldest ones that I knew of were growing in Penny Farthing Drive in Granville Island, planted by Gerard Puri in 1989, and they were extracted in 2009. So there for 20 years. They were getting big, and the gardener of the complex where they grew of the apartment buildings said, these are getting too big, too close to the building. You should remove them. So they removed them. They were featured in Hardy Palm International at least 2 or 3 times. I do have photos of them, and I posted many photos over the years in my palm groups and in other palm groups. I planted some in a public place in Ganges, and they were there for quite a few years, and they also got removed. Most exotic palm grow. Most exotic. Well, they're all exotic because they're not native. So I'm going to say probably Parajubea torellii. The most nicest tropical looking one we grow with Parajubea torellii, and also, well, we have Butia. Butia is not my favorite, and we also have Chamaedoria. Chamaedoria radicalis, Chamaedoria microspadex. Chamaedoria microspadex and radicalis look very tender. Our radicalis has been in the ground, be going on 25 years in the spring. About 25 years it'll be in the ground. No protection. 0 winter protection here. It's never been damaged by cold, so that is a good one to try. Our Parajubea looks absolutely awesome, but you know what? It hasn't been cold yet. So I put a patio umbrella over it. You can see the video I shot of the Parajubea, the mountain coconut, and we'll see how it does. Pindos, no. Pindos are good, but I find in a really bad winter they are susceptible here at this location to center spear damage. And I've had that happen, but in the little bit milder growing areas of Salt Spring Island, like right beside the ocean, they are completely foolproof, completely cold hardy, long term. I mean, the oldest ones here have been in the ground 3 decades now, going on close to 30 years, and they're big palms. They're big palms. Jeff in Victoria has a huge one that actually produces fruit, and like I say, his wife made jelly out of the fruit. His palm, the trunk on it is taller than me, so it's over 6 feet tall and really fat, just massive. It is a massive, massive butia. I think they're okay palms, but they're not my favorite palm. I would much rather grow a Trithrinax or a Ceranophrys or a needle palm or a Camarops. I'm more of a fan palm guy. And like I say, I have 2 Parajubeas. I have Parajubea cocoides and I have the Parajubea trellii. Those are the 2 really exotic palms we have, right? So there you go. And, Butias are nice looking palms, but I prefer Jubea chilensis. And our Jubea has always done well. I grew it from seed. And it's a pretty happy camper out there. And there's they're long term. You ever seen a Pindo? Yes. Yeah, that's nice. And there's some nice ones in South Carolina. And I know that for a fact. And there's some nice ones in North Carolina. And there are also some nice ones in Virginia. Yeah, we have lots of Fatsia gambino. Lots of them. We have about 2 dozen Fatsia trees in our garden, and they're all in bloom right now. All the Fatsias are in bloom, and the hummingbirds absolutely love them. So if you want hummingbirds in your garden, Fatsia japonica. Hey, Joe, not too much. Do you know when the first tree ferns were brought to Victoria? Yes, I do, because I have the first one. I have one of the first ones here, and I still have the newspaper clipping, and I can find it for you guys because I saved everything pertaining to palms. This is all palm information, okay? Some of it. The first tree ferns came to Canada from Tasmania in a shipment of tree ferns that were brought into San Francisco in September 1991. Okay, so they entered the San Francisco airport and they looked like rolled up carpets. They had no fronds on them, no roots on them. And they took them out of an area they logged out in Tasmania. So they got to the airport in San Francisco in September 1991, and they were too big for import. And so the nursery guy that was bringing him in there contacted Bill Jones of Jones Nursery in Richmond. And Bill Jones said, he asked if Bill Jones if he could handle taking about 50 or 60 tree ferns. And Bill Jones said, yeah, I'll take the tree ferns. So Bill Jones got all the tree ferns. Is this it here? That's not, I'm trying to find it. It's actually a really cool write-up. Oh, here's a write-up on my garden years ago. Look at that. Going bananas. That's an old picture of me in the I've been in the newspaper a lot of times for growing this stuff. So there's an old picture of me when I still had a black beard, going bananas. This was in the Times Colonist paper. I'm going to show you something here. I got to find the newspaper. I got to find the newspaper clipping. It's in here somewhere. If I can find it. And the title of it was called "A Ferny Thing Happened One Day." Now, where is it? When I want it, I can never find things. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, here is the 1991 clipping, and I'll tell you when it was. It was where's the date on it? September 13th, 1991. Look at the title on that one. "A Ferny Thing Happened One Day." This is the first shipment of tree ferns that came in to the west coast here of Vancouver. So there's Bill Jones from Jones Nursery in Richmond. So that's where they came from. They came from San Francisco via Tasmania, or from Tasmania via San Francisco. So no. 1985. The first ones. Well, I mean, there was tree ferns here on the coast in 1985, but they were small ones. But the big ones that came in came. Rudy Williams, have you ever tried? I have 10. Yes, I do. I have thousands of them here, Rudy. I have a nursery. We have a palm nursery here, so we have tens of thousands of palm trees here. Yeah, so Trachycarpus, Dicksonia antarctica. Yeah, They were around in 1985 because I was planting them in the mid 1980s, but they were small. They had little trunks, little baby trunks on them. I'm talking big tree ferns, the big tree ferns with up to 10 feet of trunk on them. And 8 feet of trunk came in 1991. Okay, so there they are right there. But yeah, nurseries I always sold small ones because, like I say, I even grew them at my last location, and now they're everywhere. Now you can get big tree ferns, at a lot of different nurseries, right? Yeah, I'm getting close to 31,000 subs, but whoever's the first one to comment on that video I put on that day, the first video when I hit 31,000 subs will win some palm seeds or seedlings. There we go. So there you go, guys. Now you know about the tree ferns. That's amazing. Thank you. Ours are at. Oh, cool, Jeff. Right on, Jeff. So, Royal Roads University, yeah. So I was growing them I planted some in 1986, some tree ferns back on the mainland, but they froze out in a bad winter. But yeah, I never did ever see big tree ferns on our coast before 1991. So there you go. So do they protect it, Jeff? I'm curious. I protect the center of ours. I do protect the center of our tree fern with burlap, and then I put never protect. Well, you can see I uploaded a video today of our tree fern in the snow. So I just put burlap in the inner crown where the croziers emerge, and then a piece of bubble plastic over top of that. 206. Yeah, I've never. My tree fern's been in the ground coming up 28 years now, Jeff. I planted it in 1994, April 1994. It was a raffle prize at a Palm Society meeting. So I'm in the Palm Society, and in one of our Palm Society meetings at Van Dusen Gardens, there's raffle tickets. And every meeting they give away something. So this would have been 1990. Well, it was 91. It was a 1991 meeting. I think it was November 91. And my ex-wife had bought my friend a ticket. And my friend happened to win that tree fern. So my friend had the tree fern for a couple years, and he had it in a half barrel in Cloverdale, and he got sick of moving it in and out in the winter because Cloverdale is a different growing zone than here. So he asked me if I wanted it. So I got it back in April 94 and planted it on the southwest side of our house, and now it's got 6 feet of trunk on it. I think you'd have to protect them in the winter because they don't want to be too cold. That's the thing, but I would try one for sure. Hey, guys, wait here. I got to check Wendy's dinner. I don't want to burn it. It's her birthday today. I do not want to burn her dinner. So let me just put you over towards my radios so you can at least look at something when I'm gone. Hang on. Chat with each other for a sec. What was that guy do? How's the fire going? Is it going? Okay, guys, sorry about that. I had to check on Wendy's birthday dinner. The last thing I want to do is burn Wendy's birthday dinner. Yeah, it's dark here. It's pitch black here right now. Yes, we do protect it, but until forecast -4, fully covered for the winter air. Okay, so I tell you what, we never protect the fronds on ours, ever. They've never been protected. The fronds, I'm going to tell you about the tree fern, okay? Since I've been growing them a long time. The fronds are hardy to about 20 degrees Fahrenheit, okay? So about -6.5. The inner crown will probably freeze and die at about maybe -4 degrees Celsius, maybe -5 if it's prolonged, because that's very tender where the fronds emerge. The trunk is hardy to about -9 or 10 degrees Celsius, something like that. The whole trunk consists of the roots, right? I'd like to get you before cover up the spring. Yeah, the low wasn't bad last night. We had 1.1 degrees Celsius here, Jeff, on Salt Spring. We're on the very northern end, and the coldest temperature we've had here so far at our weather station is 1.1 degrees Celsius. So we really haven't even had any frost yet, but you can get snow before frost. Fuchsias are still blooming. Fatsias are blooming. Butylons are blooming too. The fronds get injured. When do the fronds get injured? About 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, no problem, Jeff. Check out the video I have on my channel. I've go on this channel, just put in tree fern. Tree fern in the snow. The latest video I uploaded today is our tree fern today in the snow, and you can see what it looks like. So snow doesn't hurt the fronds, but it can bend and break them if it's really wet, heavy snow. You know what hurt the fronds is when we had that heat dome at the end of June. End of June, we had well over 100 degrees Fahrenheit here, and it did fry a lot of the fronds. We had to cut a lot of the fronds off because it got that hot. So think about it. Southwest facing alcove, it's 42.9 degrees Celsius in the shade. Think of how hot it was in the sun. It was so stifling hot. I've never seen anything like that here. Wendy and I walked out the French doors, and it felt like, when you're cooked, like I say, you're baking something in the oven, and you open up the oven door and a blast of heat hits you. That's what it felt like. It was like so wrong. It fried a lot of our fatsias. It even cooked. Some of the palm fronds had burn on them. Bay trees had burn on them. It was insane. Most of it's melted now. Yeah, Victoria didn't get any. So it just depends where you live. There's some areas on Salt Spring that probably got little or none. And the mountains got lots. I think I saw some pictures. They had this much snow. We had about this much snow. So anyway, tree ferns, the Dicksonia antarctica are pretty hardy. Dicksonia fibrosa, Dicksonia scrosa, and Cyathea australis. We have Cyathea cooperi as well. Our smaller Dicksonia antarctica got really damaged. Some of them got killed in the heat wave in June, and there's a few of them that actually did recover. I see maybe 3 that have recovered, and 1, 2, 3, about 4 of them looks like they died. They just totally cooked. It was just so hot and so dry they fried them, which was kind of sad. So the ones that made it are pretty tough little tree ferns. I'll go shoot a video out in the garden tomorrow, and you'll see how much snow or how little we actually have here now. And there's lots of areas of our garden we don't have any snow in it. It's completely gone. But well, thank God for the rain. That's the thing. Here, the snow never lasts long on the islands because it does turn to rain. Wise Mount Top. Yeah, that's what Wendy was saying yesterday or the day before. She says, oh, there's a blizzard. And yeah, they do get blizzards on top of Mauna Loa and probably up on Mauna Kea, right? Those are pretty high mountains, very high mountains. I'm going to have to take off one more time. I'm going to go to about 5:30, and then I'm going to pull the plug. The connection just died, folks. Sorry about that. I'm going to be cutting it short soon anyway because I got to go make her dinner, get her dinner ready. So if I die again, the internet connection's getting bad right now. So anyway, keep that tree fern protected. Keep it watered in the summer. Water and fertilize it from the center of the crown. I also water the trunk. Try not to water the fronds on a hot, sunny day because that's not good for them. But water the trunk. I always water from the center of the crown, and it's like a big wick. The trunk is like a wick. It'll go right down and soak it up. You can also fertilize it from the center of the crown where the croziers emerge. You ever think you'll be able to visit? No, unless they change things, because I don't have the special medicine in me. So if you don't have the special medicine in you, you can't leave Canada. And right now I can't leave Canada. So unless things change, I think things are going to change. I think things are going to crumble. And eventually I will be able to travel again. Right now, we would be in Hawaii. We'd be in Maui. Wendy spends her birthdays on Maui. We would be there right now, and she'd be celebrating her birthday at Tommy, Bahamas. That's where we go, except right now in Hawaii, it's 1:25 p.m. Pacific time. So we'd usually go to Tommy, Bahamas around 5 p.m. and go for some yummy things to eat. And what did she have, a margarita? I think she has a margarita when we're there. But hopefully one day again, we will go to Hawaii. We will go to Hawaii. Yes, I like Hawaii. I'm just looking at my Hawaii shelf. I can never get enough of Hawaii. Sad that I can't be there right now. So maybe one day. I gotta be optimistic. In the meantime, we're stuck on our nice little island. 8:25, yeah, so 5:26 p.m. Pacific time here in the North Pacific on a wet December 6th. A wet December 6th, and there are people that were shoveling a lot of snow today. We don't have to shovel snow here. There's not enough of it today to shovel, so which is a good thing. To let Mother Nature take care of all that yucky snow. No, I don't think so. To leave Canada, you have to be happy birthday, Wendy, from Jeff. She's watching shows. Yes, thank you, Jeff. No, I tell you what. No, you actually have to have you have to have 2 tablespoons of special medicine in you to get out of Canada. I don't think you can just, Hey, Jeff, do you know anything about it? Can you actually leave Canada with just a PCR test? Or do you actually have to have special medicine to get out of Canada? The reason I say special medicine is because everything's censored here. Everything's censored on Facebook. So I say special medicine and I say the world flu. So you guys know what I'm talking about when I say the flu and the special medicine. So how does that work? Can I leave Canada just with a PCR test, or do I have to have the special medicine? No, we can't. Yeah, we can. I can't even go anywhere within Canada. It's totally ridiculous. But there are Americans up here traveling. There's lots of American plates I'm seeing around now. I'm seeing Iowa, Washington. We had Georgia stay at our B&B. I'm seeing lots of California. I see Missouri. So they're starting to come again, and that makes me happy. So lots of Americans are starting to travel again to our island, and that'll be good for the B&B next season, since we can't go to Costa Rica right now, which kind of sucks. See, that was our plan, but Costa Rica's looking pretty crazy right now, like Canada. So right now we're just going to stay put. Although we had high hopes of going somewhere tropical, right now we are going to stay put on Salt Spring Island. And hopefully one day we will be able to leave, and then I can go to our favorite place again, Maui. And right now, like I say, Costa Rica is more like Canada. And right now I'm not very happy with Canada. I'm not happy with Canada at all. I've kind of lost a bit of faith in it. And I think I'm going to take down my Canadian flag. I should maybe put up an American flag. We have Hawaiian flags flying here anyway. We have British Columbia flag, 2 Hawaiian flags, Salt Spring flag. Yeah, I can drive across Canada. That's right. Yeah, my friend actually asked me to drive across Canada with him next year, but I can't. It's too long of a drive. I'd be totally bored. I'd rather just fly. So yeah, I could drive across Canada. Can't take a train. Can't take a plane. Can't take a bus. So that's just the way it is. But here on Salt Spring Island, I can go to a lot of places. I go into the coffee shops. I can go into restaurants. The coffee shops, it's just like this. I walk in just like this. I sit down. Nobody has this. If you walk in with a mask on, they'll tell you to take it off. So that's where I go. I just want things to be normal. I'm kind of like done with it all. And sail to Hawaii, yeah, for sure. Well, people do sail to Hawaii from here. They actually do, believe it or not. But that's a long way. And if you hit a Pacific storm, that would be kind of scary, wouldn't it? Hitting a Pacific storm on the way to Hawaii. And, you probably get seasick too, because there's some pretty good rollers out there. Yeah, no thanks. I'm not Polynesian. I'm Italian and Canadian. So, yeah, there's some Ukrainian in there too. But no, we're not going to sail to Hawaii. Maybe on a cruise ship. I would do it on a cruise ship, big cruise ship, because I've been on 4 cruises already, and I like cruising. Cruising's awesome. I like the food on a cruise ship. I absolutely love the food. Okay, we're getting close to taking Wendy's dinner out. I'm going to say 2 more minutes, and I better pull the plug here and get her dinner out. Wendy's got to get packed too. She's on an early boat tomorrow morning, very early boat tomorrow morning, out of here to Vancouver to see her son. She's going to visit her son in Vancouver. And it's funny, we just got back on Friday night from Vancouver, from the mainland, and then she's heading back over again. So she's going to do a little visiting. Her son Mitchell. You might be able to cross the border by vehicle. I have a friend who did a while ago. Oh, is it? Okay, cool. So if I could cross the border in a vehicle, then I could maybe fly out of Seattle or fly out of Bellingham to Maui or Honolulu. That might be something to look at, Jeff. Thanks for the info. Because, even I'd like to go down to the Oregon coast sometime. Yeah, it is not too bad. I mean, the farthest I've been out in the Pacific is 22 miles fishing off our coast here, 22 miles out into the open Pacific. And it was kind of rollers. They were rollers. They weren't big waves crashing in. The waves crashing on the beach, but out there it was rolling. And we caught some nice fish out there. I tell you, halibut. I caught a 19-pound halibut, and I caught some black cod. That was beautiful. Out Ucluelet, just south of Tofino. That was probably about 10 years ago. Me and Foodie Phil were out there fishing up a storm with about, I don't know, maybe 6 other people on a charter. He took us on a charter. It was a lot of fun. No, but they do get hurricanes. Every so often, they will get a hurricane. The last big hurricane to hit Hawaii was in 1992. It was Hurricane Iniki. Yeah, no, it's hurricanes. And the last typhoon to hit here was the last typhoon type storm we had here. Typhoons are tropical, but they still call them typhoons here on our coast for some reason. So we had one hit our coast here in December 20th or 21st, 2018. You can see my video footage of it. And the video footage actually made the news. The news actually used our video. And then the big one before that was Typhoon Frida in October 1962. Typhoon Frida, a lot of people died, and there was a lot of damage on our coast. It actually came in on the Oregon coast, called the Columbus Day Storm, and then it came up the BC coast, and it was called Typhoon Frida. And that was a really nasty storm. You can see video footage on YouTube. Look it up. Typhoon Frida in Vancouver on the BC coast or the west coast of Canada. Typhoon Frida, look it up. There's really good footage people shot back then on their Super 8 black and white cameras, and you can see the damage from Typhoon Frida. On my channel, you can see the damage from the typhoon. I'm trying to think of the name of it. They had a name for the typhoon that hit here, and it caused a lot of damage. Our power was out for 4 days. Some people's power was out for over 2 weeks on Salt Spring Island. I'd never seen so much damage in my life around our island. There was broken power poles, trees snapped off everywhere. 38 houses here had trees that crushed them. Cars, there was crushed cars all over the place. You can see it on my channel, and you can see it on Gulf Island Rock. Yeah, so anyway, guys, I better roll because Wendy's dinner is about ready, and she's probably getting hungry. And I'm going to throw the potatoes in the oven because I got them on top, cooking. I had them cooked in a cast iron. I'm going to heat everything up for her. Right, lots to learn. Yeah, Dicksoni Antarctica, or the man fern. They call them a man fern. Check out my videos, Jeff. Check out the one I uploaded today on our Dicksoni in the snow. I have tons of tree fern videos here, and even from other gardens as well. Okay, I will say happy birthday to Wendy, and I will thank all you guys for coming in there. I can do another live stream tomorrow because Wendy's not here tomorrow. I can talk super loud. I can do live streams till the cows come home. She's going to be gone for several days over to Vancouver. And I said, Wendy, go to the west end of Vancouver and get some palm tree videos. Go to English Bay where the streets are lined with palm trees and get some videos of palm trees for your YouTube channel. Get some more views for her. She's getting close to 5,000. I said, you got to get up to 5,000. She's only like, I think she's only like 5 away or something like that, or close to it anyway. All right, you guys take care. Thanks for joining in. It's been a slice. I better go check on the chicken before the chicken becomes crispy, crunchy, brown, black, burnt chicken, right? All right, guys, cheers to you. Ending stream, and we'll see you next time.